Here I chose a couple of application problems of linear equations that students tend to struggle with, so you can see it worked out a little different way than the book explains it. For number 1, we have a chemist must combine 5 liters of a 30% acid solution with some 60% solution to obtain a 40% solution. How much of the 60% solution should be used to obtain this solution mixture? One way to set this up is to put the percent of each solution in the beakers and label the amount of each solution under the beakers. So here we would have 30% over the 5 liters of that solution plus 60% of X liters of that solution, since we don't know how much of that we have yet, equals 40% of a total amount of 5 plus X liters. And then we want to go through and set up our equation. So here we'd have 0.3 times 5 plus 0.6x is equal to 0.4 times 5 plus x in parentheses. And then we want to simplify, so we'd have 1.5 plus 6x, or plus 0.6x. So we want to convert those percents to decimals, equals 2 plus 0.4x. Then subtract 1.5 from both sides of the equation. We want to try and get our x's together and constants together. So we'd have 0.6x is equal to 0.5 plus 0.4x. Then subtract the 0.4x from both sides of the equation. So then we'd have, we'll move it over here, 0.2x is equal to 0.5. Then divide both sides by 0.2 to finish getting x by itself. So we have x is equal to 2.5 liters. Or you can write it as 5 over 2 liters. So here, make sure that your answer makes sense in terms of the problem and that you use your calculator as you need to, like in other sections. And if you don't know how to do something on your calculator, like these decimals or fractions, make sure to look that up in your calculator manual. For number 2, we have, if you're traveling and your average speed is 65 miles per hour and you have 350 miles to travel, how long will this trip take you? One way to solve this is using this distance equals rate times time formula down below. Using this formula, you should have 350 miles, the total distance traveled, is equal to, try and write this a little bit better here. So 350 is equal to 65t. So our rate is 65 miles per hour times time t that we're trying to solve for. So to solve for time t, divide both sides by 65. So here you should get 70 over 13 once you simplify this fraction by dividing the top and bottom by 5. Or if you want to approximate this as a decimal, you should get approximately 5.38 hours. If you have questions on this or anything else, please make sure to ask.